Welcome to Virtual STEM Club Teen Edition, Magnet Mania. I'm Sandy, and today we're going to take some magnets and we're going to explore the force fields that they create. You should have already picked up your take and make bag that'll contain everything you need for the project. Let's get started. In your take and make bag, you're going to find a paper cup, a paper plate, some sticky tack, 16 magnets, and 4 dowels. And so the first thing we want to do is we want to take one of the dowels. We're going to poke some holes in the paper plate. And if you think you're going to have trouble with the dowel, you can always do this with a pair of scissors. But I didn't find it too difficult to do. You just take your dowel and kind of poke it through the plate. It's pretty easy. And you want to make sure to remove this, and we want to make sure the hole is big enough so that we can slide the dowel in and out. And so we just want to do that 4 times on our paper plate, spacing them as evenly as we can. And just do that again. Make sure we pull our piece of plate out, and then again just take it, poke it through. It pokes pretty easy, and just make sure that it's a nice hole the dowel will move through easily. All right, so now that we've done that, we're going to take our sticky tack, and I've already played with this piece. You'll get 2 of these. So what we want to do is use this to anchor our dowels to the table. So I'm going to just take my dowels and put my sticky tack on it first. And just, if it seems kind of stiff, you just want to work it, form it into a ball, and stick your dowel, kind of put the sticky tack around your dowel. And just take a couple of these pieces and just smush them around. Knead them so they form well. Okay, and again, just stick your dowel, and this is going to help us support it on the table. Secure it, I guess, would be the appropriate word. And we'll do that. And just stick that. I'm just sticking our tack on the dowel. And then we'll just take and stick your dowel on your table, your surface, and then just stick your dowel up through your plate and kind of get it as square as you possibly can. Just get them as straight up and down as possible. And if you let go of your plate, it should slide all the way down. And if it doesn't slide well, you can make sure that you make your holes a little bit bigger. And if it falls down, you'll just stick your sticky tack on the table. Alright, just try to keep them upright. And then the next thing we want to do is we want to put magnets on our dowels. So you'll just take the first magnet off, and it doesn't matter which way you put it on. So we'll put one magnet on each dowel. Like so. And what our objective here is, we're going to take the plate and we're going to have it hover above the magnets using the magnetic force field. So once we get our first magnet on here, it wouldn't be well, you can try and put the plate on if you like, but really, if you've only got the one magnet on, the only thing you're doing is setting the magnet on the paper plate on the magnet. So our next step will be to take another magnet, and the easiest way I found to do this is take your magnet and see if it's going to be attracted to the bottom magnet or if it's going to be repelled. And you can feel the difference. See, this one is pushing it away. So when I drop this down, it's not going to set on the magnet, it's going to bounce away from it. So again, you can feel it, whether it's going to attract to your magnet or whether it's going to push it away. And we want to have it push away. And because you can't really tell just by looking which way, you can see if I don't put it on the right way, it goes right to the magnet. So I would just have to take it off, flip it upside down, and there we go. And again, if I just drop it on there, it's going to go right. And see, it's creating a space between the magnets. So, whoops. See, and if you drop one, its neighbor will catch it. So just test them out. And just do that for each one of the magnets. And you can try it with just the 3 magnets if you like. What we're going to do is we're going to put the paper plate on and see how much weight it's going to hold, how long it will hover our plate with our water cup in there. But so there we go. We have our magnets on. They're not touching. They're moving away from each other. So then we'll just slip our plate back on. Get it right in the dowel holes. All right. And the plate goes right down and it's sitting on top of our magnets. And I probably didn't put the plate on in the same direction. And if we have to move it to square it up, we can certainly do that. We just want for the security of the structure, the stability of it, we want our dowels as square as possible. But we can see the magnets are still far apart. So we've got all of our magnets on our dowel rods. We've got our plate placed on top of the magnets. Now it's time to test it out. So we're going to take our cup and set it on the plate, and we can see we still have space between the magnets. We have the opposite poles are repelling each other. Now we're going to add some weight to this via this water from a paper cup. And so we just start pouring, and I don't want to dump the water here, but we'll just, as we're pouring the water in, it's creating weight on this top magnet, and it's pushing the magnet down, creating less space between the magnets, compressing the magnetic field because of the weight of the water. You could also try anything heavy that you have in the house. If you want to try like a cup full of golf balls or something like that, or even just placing them on the plate to see how much weight the magnets will hold. So when we're talking about the magnets here, magnets have a north pole and a south pole, and the opposite poles will attract. So if we have them attracting, that's that. But if we have opposite poles, we flip this magnet around, they won't go together, and you can feel the opposition here. And when we have the opposite poles, they're repelling each other. You can't make them stick together. And that's what we did here. We used the opposite poles, they repel each other, creating a force field, and a magnetic force field, and then we added weight, and the weight caused the magnets to decrease their force field. Thanks for joining us today for Virtual STEM Club Teen Edition Magnet Mania. I hope you had fun with this project and learning a little bit about magnets. We'd love to see any pictures or video of you doing this project, and you can share them with us at the email address that's coming across the screen. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.